Hello and welcome to this Camtasia tutorial series. Whether you are a complete beginner or you are looking to sharpen your editing skills, then you are at the right place. In this first model, we will explore what is Camtasia, how to install it, and give you a complete overview of the interface so you can start creating amazing videos. Let's dive.
Great, you are welcome back. So what is Camtasia? Is a powerful video editing and screen recording software developed by TechSmith. It is widely used by YouTubers, course creators, marketers, and educators because of its easy to use interface and powerful features like animations, annotations, and the screen recording option. So to get started, visit techsmith.com and download the Camtasia. It works on both Windows and Mac. Then the minimum requirement, 8 GB RAM will be cool. But if you have 16 GB RAM, that one is recommended. Then Intel Core i5 or better. Then at least 4 GB of hard disk space. So after you've purchased and you've finished the installation and activation, your next move is to open the Camtasia software. Great, welcome back. Now when you open the Camtasia software or when you launch Camtasia, this is what you will see. So the media bin where you import and store all your files, the canvas, the preview area for your project. Then you come to the timeline where all the editing happens. Then we have the tools panel, access, effects, annotations, transitions, behaviors, and the rest. So the properties panel. So with the properties, anything you select here, let's assume you pick transition or behavior, apply it to the video on the timeline. Then when you go to the properties, you customize the settings for any selected element. Now the last aspect we will look at is the preferences and then settings. So let's go to edit and then let's come to the preferences. We have the timing, partners, shortcuts. Let's go to the project. So always make sure you select the 1920, which is 1020, and then 1080. The frame rate 30 is okay. Or if you want to create a YouTube friendly videos, then you can select 1280 1280 by 720. So when you are done, you click on OK. Now whilst we are going on, we'll talk about the undo, the redo, the cut, and the rest. And that is it for module 1. You now have a solid overview of Camtasia and how to set it up. In the next video, we will start editing our first video using the timeline and basic tools. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you won't miss the next lesson.
That is it for module 1. You now have a solid overview of Camtasia and how to set it up. In the next video, we will start editing our first video using the timeline and basic editing tools. Welcome back. In module 2, we will learn how to edit our first video in Camtasia. We will cover how to import media, cut clips, use the timeline effectively, and add annotation. So let's get to business.
To start editing, click import media and choose the video you want to use. Now I'll add a picture. So I'll click on the plus here and go to import. So once it has been imported, let's drag them to the timeline. So once you have them on your timeline, you can see we use this one to either expand the video or audio or the picture at the timeline. And if you expand it like this, it helps you to cut away the unwanted portion. Now let's move on using the timeline. So this is where we arrange things. If I say things, this is where we put our images, our video, and all the stuff you'll be using. So this particular video, I created it using AI at home to assist students. Now you can see that the first part, the introduction, the beginning, there's an empty space here. So the first one we are looking at, we are going to look at how you can trim our video. So select it, hold, and then bring it. So that is how you trim a video. Now, the empty spaces here, I don't want it. So you put the playhead here and you hold and bring it. You click on the cut, or if you don't want to do that, you still hold like that and then you click on Ctrl X. It will still cut it for you. Now, this particular video, I want to insert a picture. So the picture that I want to insert, how will I insert it? Then we will split it. So with the splitting, you select it, you come to this icon here, split. So now it has been okay. So I actually splitted the video for you to know that you can split video, add transition, and insert another video or a picture. But that doesn't mean that if you want to insert a picture, you have to split it. No, you just have to put it on top, just like I was dragging, then you can use it like that. That is how we do basic editing. Now we've talked about the trimming, we've used the cuts, we've used the splits, and we've looked at importing media to our media bin. Now let's go to the next one. We are looking at annotations, which is here. So the annotations, that is where we can add our text and a lot of things. So let's go to annotations and then let's look at the call outs. I'll use plain text. So you can check any of them that you want to use, but this time I want to use. So you double click, and where the playhead is, that is where the annotations will begin. So take note, if you want to insert the annotation at the beginning and the playhead is here, when you double click it, it will go to where the playhead is. Now it is white, so you can't see anything. So let's come here and change the color to red so that we can see it. Now you can change the font type. So you double click and let me type Camtasia. So that is the annotation. You here, when you go there, we have the arrows. So if you want to insert any arrow, you can do that. If you want to blur anything too, the options are there. If you want to highlight, just continue. You click on it, you put it at the place you want to use it. That is how you use the annotation. Let's assume that it is long. You want it to appear for a very short time. You can trim it. Now this is the undo, redo. So this is the copy if you want to copy, if you want to paste. Now let me say that if you want to paste anything and the first track there's nothing there, when you paste it, let me copy the Camtasia, Ctrl C and click on paste. You see it will come to the empty track, which is the first one down. So take note, I've just deleted it. So basically we are done with our basic editing. Great job. Now you know how to perform basic editing in Camtasia. In the next module, we will explore audio editing, transitions, and effects. Don't forget to practice with your own clips.
Welcome to Module 3. Now that you know how to edit basic video clips, let us move on to audio editing, adding transitions between clips, and enhancing your project with visual effects so that the video will be more appealing.
Great, you are welcome back. So the audio editing basics, you click on the video. Now you go to more and you go to audio effects. So here you adjust the volume using the properties panel. So when you come here, you see there's audio 100% mixed to mono. Now let's play and see. If it is too loud, then we will reduce it. Parents, are you looking for a simple way to teach or test? Alright, now this audio, let's use the noise remover. It is best to apply the noise remover and then audio compression to your video at the timeline or audio at the timeline. Adjust it using the properties panel so that when you are editing and you are cutting and you are trimming, it will not be affected. Else, if you don't do that and you want to do it whilst you trim it, the video level will not be at the same level. So apply those ones first. Adjust the volume as to how you want it, the noise, and then you can then begin to trim, cut, and do a whole lot of things.
Are you looking for a simple way to teach or test your child?
Now you can see that if the volume is loud, this is the indicator, the audio meter. So you can now see that, or you can now see that the video that is playing, there's no noise in, and then it is playing well. If you want the clip to start, we call something fade in and fade out. So the fade in, it will start at a gradual pace before the volume will become normalized. So that is the fade in. And then if you want to apply it, you reduce this and then you go to the last end, then you apply the fade out. It is very, very important. Now what I would say is that normally if you want to apply fade in and fade out, finish trimming and cutting all the unwanted part, then when you are about to produce, you apply those two things, fade in and fade out. Now let me also talk about the speed. The speed simply means you want the video to move faster. So this particular one, let me drag and drop it. Now you come to the properties panel. See, it is at 1. Now let me change it to 4 and click enter. You realize that it has reduced the length. Now this is the trick. Once you apply the speed, always make sure you reduce or you take away the volume, because now if it is there, let me play and you listen to what will happen. There it is. Now you can hear that you won't hear anything. The voice is running like something. So when you forward something, then come to the properties panel, go to the audio, and you put the gain to 0 so that the actions will be moving and there will be no sound. So normally we use this one when we are editing and then we want the video to be short. So we will tell you that for this is how you do it. Now for the next session, I will make it quick. Then we will forward it. You will increase the speed. So that is how we do it. Great. So I will not add it. If you want to delete it, just come to the properties and close it there so that it will be deleted. So that is how you add speed. Now let's go to adding background music. Alright, so let's move on and add audio at the background. Now you click on this plus sign, go to imports. So after it has finished, you just drag it to the timeline. Now the audio tool, we are going to add the audio effects, that is the fade in, and let's play and see. The audio at the background shouldn't overpower the voice in the video. So let's play and see. Now you can see that it is too loud. So let's come here next to mono and reduce it. So let's say 5. Okay, so now it is at a very minimal, which is 5%. I think it's okay. Now let's move on to adding transition to clips. So you can see that when I started here, I splitted it. Now let me remove this particular image from there and apply transition. So transition simply means combining two different clips together in a way that will be nice. So here, without a transition, it will not be nice. Let's see how it will be. It will just cut in, and if you are not careful, you will not even see it. So you pick transition that works best for you. Make sure you stick to one transition so that it will not be distracting the video. Good. So that is transition. Now if you want to adjust the transition, you click on it. You come to the properties. You can select the other types that you want here. So the last we will look at in this model is the visual effects. So the visual effects, this particular portion of the clip, you select it go to more and you come to visual effects. So with the visual effects, here you can apply the speed, we have the color thing, we have a whole lot of things here. So let me apply this. Now you can see that it has changed. You can actually change it here, the intensity. And one last thing I want to add at the visual effects, let me come to this side and split it, and then this portion I'll take the color tint from there and apply this device frame. So you've seen that. Now this is where the transition becomes necessary. Now let's play it and look at something. You see, it just cuts in like that. So we will use transition to make it nice. If you put the two together and you apply the transition, what it does is that it will take the two clips. So this is what I mean. You realize that it will share the transition part will be on the first clip and second clip, but I don't want it like that. I want it to be on only this, so I will just drag and leave a space, apply it to this, and that will be all. So let's play and see. Great. So now that is how you wrap up. Now tips for clean edits. 1. Use transitions that will not distract the video. Avoid loud background music, and always preview your changes before you export them.
Well done, you've learned how to polish your video with audio controls, transitions, and effects. Up next, we will cover screen recording and webcam integration. Keep practicing. Don't miss the next session. It will be interesting. Welcome to Module 4. Today we will dive into how to use Camtasia for screen recording and webcam integration. Perfect for tutorials, walkthroughs, vlogs, and among other things. So stay tuned. Let's begin. Trust me, by the time you finish, you will start creating your own content.
Is come here and click record. Now when you click on record, you can see that it has given you these green dashed lines here. It is telling you that it will record your full screen. If you don't want to record your taskbar, you can reduce it or take it away from there. So if you don't adjust it and you click on record, that is it. So you can adjust it. Now, so the region where you want to, is it the full screen? Yes, it's full screen. So if you select it to adjust it for you, this is the webcam. So if you check this, you the speaker, your picture will come whilst you are recording. When you finish, the good part is that Camtasia will give the webcam recording and the screen recording a separate file. So you can edit this one separately and edit this one also separately. Now, where are we taking the audio from? So if you check this, then it means you are taking it from your machine or the microphone that you attached with system audio. So that is how it is. Now, if you think you are okay and you want to move on to record, just click on start, then the countdown, and then boom, we are in. So whatever I'm saying, it is being recorded. Now let's see. So let me go and then click on my Camtasia. So here we can actually pick this one and put it somewhere. This is a timer to let us know the length we've recorded, and we can also restart this. You see this, when you click on it, it will ask you, do you want to delete what you've done? You say yes, then we move on. All right, so we are in Camtasia now. We are recording. Now, recording tips: make sure you close unnecessary apps. It is very, very important you close unnecessary apps. Then for you to have effective recording, make sure you write down sample script or outline. Do a short testing of your microphone recording. You record and you test it to ensure that everything is okay before you do the actual recording. And then while you are recording, pause as needed and speak clearly. So maybe you want to clear your throat, or you said something that was not supposed to be that way. Then you pause it, you rehearse, and you click and you say it again, so that when you are editing, you will trim those parts and cut those unwanted part of. So after you've stopped recording, this is what Camtasia will do. It will add the recording to your media bin. So let's end. We've recorded for 1 minute 47 seconds. Let's stop it. So when you go to your media bin, you realize that it has added it up here. Very easy and simple. So now that you know how to edit with Camtasia, you just move on and continue with the editing. All right, welcome. So in this episode, I have activated the camera, the webcam integration. So when you click on the record and then it is recording, all that you have to do is you click on the camera for it to be activated. And then in that case, whatever you are doing on your screen, Camtasia will take your video as you are talking and then at the same time record your screen. So that makes it a very powerful and then a great software. Okay, so with the webcam integration, when I was recording, I said we've recorded for this number of minutes. You will not see. That's how any recorder is. That is how it is. When you're listening to the Camtasia, your final video, the interface, you will not see. So let me click on record so that you will know the interface I was talking about. So I was telling you that when you are done, you click on record. These are the recorder system audio, the microphone, the webcam that I activated, and what have you. So here, when you come to this side, you realize that it will give you the screen recording, and this is the video recording. So with the video recording, you can go to visual effects and add border to it. When you click on it, you can change the color, you can change the thickness. You can also crop it and you can also position it where you want. So maybe it can be here while the video will play for some time. If you think that what you are coming to do, it will obstruct what, then just split it, and then the next one you just take it and let's say come and position it here so that it will not be disturbing your video. So that's the most important part of it. So basically that is how you do the activating the webcam and then the screen recording. Once you master these two skills, you will be able to create your own content and start sharing. Let us look at how we can save our work. So you can see that it's untitled, it has not been saved. So you go to file, you click on save, or you can use the shortcut Control S. So I will say Camtasia. So Camtasia tutorial, then you click on save. It has saved. You realize that the name has come here and share it. Good job. You've now mastered Camtasia's screen recording and webcam tools. Next up, you will learn how to export and share your finished videos with the world. Congratulations, you have reached the end of Camtasia tutorial series. You now have everything you need to create, edit, and publish professional videos. Keep learning, creating. Make sure that you play your video from start to end and look at your canvas and ensure that everything is displayed correctly. If not, you go to your timeline and you make the necessary corrections and changes. So after that, you go to export. Now Camtasia, you can export directly to YouTube, Vimeo, and the rest. All that you have to do is you have to sign in. So let's click the local file, and then so it has given you the dimensions and everything here. Let's go. Let's select the MP4 smart player. If it was to be audio, it is the audio that will be selected automatically. So this ones, let's leave it like that. Now here, if you select include watermark, in your case, it will be the Camtasia watermark. So let's go to options. Let me show you how you can change that. And then you click on this. It will take you to your computer where you have that picture you want to use. Always the picture must be a PNG picture format. That is, it has no background. You can also change the position, where you want to place the logo in the video. You click on OK. Then you go to next. So you give it a name. And then when you give it a name, you click on finish. So when you click on finish, it will be rendering the video. So that is it. Now we've talked about the setup for the preferences. Make sure that your final video that will be saved, you keep a backup of your project file. That is, you save it in the Camtasia work format so that you can come back and do the necessary editing. Congratulations.
Now, on the next episode, we are moving on to the pro level, which is the advanced level, which is for free. So let's meet in module 6. Welcome to module 6, advanced editing techniques. Now that you are comfortable with the basics, let us unlock the full power of Camtasia editing software to make your videos stand out.
To begin with, we are looking at using behavior. Behaviors are animated presets that add motion to text or images. To use them, you select an object. So I will select this object and then you go to the behavior. So when you come here, you select any of them. I will select fly in, just drag and then come and position it on it. Now you can also come to the properties and then adjust it. So during, none. During means that while it is being played, the playhead is on it. What do you want it to do? So let's select something so that jump and then fly out. So let's see. Let's play this one and see how it will be. In this video, I will show you. So that is the jumping, the during aspect. And then let's come here so that you see the end. That is the fly out. Great. So that is the first aspect. You can add this one to images also. Now to add it to an image, you have to bring the image and then you go to behavior, just like we applied it to the text. So that is the first one we want to look at. Now the second one is cursor effect. Now you can only see, come to more, then go to cursor effect. So the next one we are talking about is the cursor effect. Now we are recording, so you won't see the cursor effect. After we finish with the recording, we will see the cursor effect. So I think 43 seconds is okay. Let me end the recording and it will be added here. So let me quickly hide this particular one. You can use the eye icon here and bring the recording that we've done onto our timeline. Good. So let me minimize this. Good. So now let's go to the cursor effect. Now we want, if you want to left click, you want to see this. Okay, let me select the red. Now let's bring it on it. So if I hit play and we click, we are supposed to see. Now you have seen that the cursor is now changing. So this only works when you use Camtasia to do the recording. Now you can say that if the mouse is moving, I want it to be yellow, and you've seen that it has taken effect. Come to the properties panel, you can adjust the size and everything is right here. So the third aspect I want us to look at is using visual effects. So let's go to the visual effects again. Okay, so when it comes to the green effects, it works perfect if the color like is greenish like this or any other color, but it's one color, not that is a color that is highly concentrated or reflective. So as you can see here, you realize that this video, the color is white background and then I have a background here. So when I drag the remove color and bring it here, you can now adjust it. So for you to apply it, just click here, click on pick a color, then come and click the background where you want to remove. Now you can see that it has removed it, but that's not the best. So after you remove it, just come to the tolerance and then adjust it. So you do that one and then you come to the softness and then that one will also help you. Then let's leave the hue and you come to the fringe and that one to adjust it. So that's how we use the remove color. Now the hue, if you bring in a background and you realize that the subject is not fitting in the background, that is when you adjust the hue so that it will fit perfectly for you. So that is the remove color aspect in Camtasia. Then let's also look at this particular one, When it comes to the annotation, we have blur. So you can see that at times you'll be watching television and you realize that the image, they don't want it to the person's face to come. So this is the blur. They will make it something like this so you will see the person. Then the last one we will talk about here is the animation pane. So when you come to the animation, here is the zoom in. Let me use the same. So let me delete this. Now let's see here. You just make it zoom in and zoom out. Now when you do it, you realize that there are changes here. So if you want it to, let's say you've played it up to this side, you want it to go back, just click on scale to fit, and then you come to the animation, you apply it. So let's see, I want to apply this particular one, the tire left. When you drag on it, so let's see how it goes. So you can see that it is taking effect. Then that is the tire left. Great. So you are making your video to be very nice and attractive. So basically that is how we use these few touches to make your video more appealing and attractive. Now the same thing applies here. I think we've applied this one, shadow. You will do the rest later on. These all are the same. It has left it only this, the interactive hotspot. So the last one that we will look at in this module is how we can group our items. Now, if you look at my timeline, let me reduce it. See, it is full of items, but I don't want it to be like that. So, items that you think you are done, you group them so that it will become simple. So let me make this one visible because that's our main thing, and then let me go and delete this because I don't need this one. So this particular one like this, I can select it and then right click and select group or Ctrl G as the shortcut. So now you can see that the recording that came, it has been grouped. Now I can hide it. You see, each video is in its own track. So the same thing, I can select all the ones that I'm having. Let me reduce it and select like this. After that, I'll click on Ctrl G. So let's assume that when you did that, you have actually put a lot of things on the track. Don't worry, just right click like this and go to open group. So you realize that this is the main timeline and then this is the group that it has opened. So whatever you want to do, you can edit it here and then you are good to go. When you finish, you just click on this and you still have your group and you are moving on. So that is how we attach some professional touch to our videos.
These advanced tools, you can produce pro-level videos in Camtasia. In our next module, we will explore how to create interactive and clickable content. See you there. Welcome to Module 7, Creating Interactive and Clickable Content. In this lesson, you will learn how to make your videos more engaging using quizzes, clickable hotspots, and a lot more. We also touch on the cursor effect, among others. So let's get to business.
So when you come to your Camtasia, you want to use quizzes. Now there's a portion that when I was recording, I gave a definition for AI. It wasn't a general one. It was something I wanted to use to explain a certain concept. So let me play, and when I read there. In this video, I will show you how to use ChatGPT. So let me explain it in a simple way. ChatGPT is like a smart tutor. You type a question and it gives answers instantly. In the audio, the video that I was explaining, I gave an explanation. So let me use that one as a question. So according to the video, ChatGPT is. So let me make it fill the blank. That is fill in the blank. Now I'll add my answer. It says smart assistant. That is the answer. Display feedback. So if the person had it correct, what will be the feedback? Correct. Then it will be continue. That is the option. Now if it is incorrect, I will say wrong answer. Now let's come back here and you check score quiz. Viewers can see their results. Yes, this is quiz number 1, not 4. So when you finish, the good thing is you can preview it. So let's click on preview and then try it and see if everything is working. So according to the video, ChatGPT is, now let me put in the wrong answer, is AI. Submit answer, you see it is wrong, incorrect. You see the feedback. That is how we put it. So if it was to be the correct one, now let's say smart assistant, you make a spelling mistake, it will tell you it is wrong. Everything must be on point. So it is correct, then continue. So that is how you add quiz to your video to make it more interactive. So now that you finish with adding quiz, let's go to using hotspots. That is inserting URL in your video. Now to do that, just as you go to more, you select it, then let's go to more and let's go to the visual effects. So this is what we are going to use. You click on it and then once you add it, you check it out here, interactive hotspots. We are going to use URL. The URL that we are going to use, I'll use the default TextMate on. Then when they click on it, what should it be? Should open in new browser tab. So we can test this one. Now before you can test this, you must have internet connection, but as it stands now, I've not connected it, but let's test it and see if it will open in a browser. Then it means that if we are connected to the internet, it will definitely open in a web browser. Great. So it means that the work that we did, it is working perfectly well. You realize that it has opened the browser, meaning if we had internet connection, it will definitely go to the Camtasia website. So that is how you make your video more interactive and more professional. Now if you want to export it, just go to export and you select the first option that we selected. Now when you come here, you realize that report quiz results using, remember initially I told you if you use this particular one, then the email of the person, the one that will receive the email and all that, you fill the necessary requirement and then you move on. Say allow viewers to take quiz anonymously. No, require viewers to input their name and email address. So all these are there, and then when you finish, you move on. If you don't want it, you can just leave it and then you select it. So when you include the quiz, that is how you are supposed to go by the settings. Always avoid overloading with too many questions. Make the questions one at a time and then don't make it too many in your video. If you do that, it will not make the video to be lively. And then the hotspots too that you are putting in, it should be at a natural breakpoint. You see this particular, I just place it anywhere. But where the video, you realize that the person talking or what they were doing in the video, it has actually paused. Then you can use it. Make sure you test everything that you have put in your video on your timeline, so that when they are watching and they click on it, they will see their scores or it will take them to wherever you directed them.
Great job! You've now added interactivity to your Camtasia videos.
Next model, we will look at how you can actually add caption in your video, and then we will wrap it up with the professional or advanced video editing using Camtasia. Welcome to module 8 and congratulations, this will be the last model in our video editing using Camtasia software. So beginner to the pro is ending here. Now in this final model, we are looking at how we can add caption in our video. So when it comes to Camtasia, go to the more and you see the caption, you select it, it will come here. So here we are supposed to add subtitle, a caption. How are we going to do it? So you click on add caption. So when you click on the caption, this is the interface that you see. So it's a blank caption. You click on it, then you paste your text here. Now you can see that, let me extend this. You can see that it is too much. So what you do is that you will break it. So when you click on this, so I will extend it for it to be a complete thought. When it ends here, that is where I want it to end. So let me cut this one from there, and then let me click on this again.
Are you looking for a simple way to teach or test your chat?
So it has not reached the home.
Are you looking for a simple way to teach or test your child at home? I have a good news for you.
So I want it to end at home. Let's click on this.
Are you looking for a simple way to teach or test your child at home? I have a
so
simple way to teach or test your child at home. I have are you looking for a
so it will end here. Now let me reduce this. So you click on it, you come here and you click another one. So the other one, to what are we pasting? Let's paste the rest of the text that we copied. Now you click on this particular one.
I have a good news for you. In this video, I have a good news.
So in this video,
I have a
so I will then let's
I have a good news for you.
Then you will click on add another one. So that is how you add it.
A free friend will show you how to use ChatGPT.
A free
friend will show you how to use ChatGPT.
Then you copy the rest. So you be doing that until you finish.
To support your child's learning, actually AI tool. To support your child's learning, actually AI tool.
At home.
To support your child's learning, actually AI tool. To support
now
your
let me
child's
cut
learning,
this
actually AI
and
tool.
add another one.
Anytime, anywhere.
Good. So
Anytime,
we are now done.
anywhere. Anytime,
So when you finish,
anywhere. Anytime,
make sure your sentences, everything. Hi parents, are you? Where from this one? It's supposed to be exclamation mark. So when you finish like this, in fact the caption, there are options. You can do the synchronization caption, speech to text and the rest, but I decided to go by this one so that it will be easy. When you finish, click anywhere to make the caption inactive. Let's go to the beginning and click on play.
Are you looking for a simple way to teach or test your child at home? I have a good news for you. In this video, I will show you how to use
You realize that it follows
a free friendly AI tool to support your child's learning at home, anytime, anywhere.
Good. By now, I know you can edit any video, put them together using transitions and the rest. The last thing I will touch on is when you come to the library, we have building. If you want to use it, you just drag and drop. It's easy. Like this particular one that it says anytime, anywhere. So then I will bring this particular one there, anytime, anywhere. So depending on what you are doing, it has a lot of options that you can use. So anytime, anywhere. Then let me select these two. Then it goes to behavior and I will say fade, and it will apply to the two. Now when you come to the same place, the library again, see we have lower third. That's what I want to talk about it. We have the lower third. The lower third simply means that when videos are playing, the text that comes down here, that is the lower third. So let's come here, and if you want to use this one, just drag and bring it. Now you can see that this is what you want to use, so you just select it. You can also change it, change the color, the font type, so that it will be visible for you. So that is the lower third. So when you double click it, it will display the preview. If you want to use it, just drag and drop it on your timeline. That is how we use the lower third. Then we have the background, music tracks, outro, intro, and everything at the library section. You apply them as and when necessary.
Congratulations! You have just completed the Camtasia Mastery Series. Whether you started as a beginner or came in with some editing experience, you have now gained the skills to confidently create stunning, professional quality videos with Camtasia. From basic screen recording to advanced editing, animation, audio enhancement, you are fully equipped to produce content that captivates, educates, and inspires. Remember, great video editing isn't just about tools, it's about creativity, consistency, and continuous learning. So keep exploring, keep practicing, and most importantly, keep creating. If you found this series helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Drop your questions or feedback in the comments. I did love to hear from you. Thanks for watching and see you in the next series.